We're a peaceful people, struggling we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces, from foreign places, talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river, that belong to we. Not the one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. This land is our land now, we're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we are moving from here, make no mistake. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river, that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupanuni and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we mean to keep it. We have that right. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river, that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass, not one golden apple, not one jamun, not a drop of water from the farmer room, not one sherriga, not one man.
Oh yes, a lot of you gon' vex, but I tell you, sometimes you just got to listen. There's a child in every home and every community. They will grow up to be symbols of unity. They'll be colorblind to race and ethnicity. That's the vision of a leader like President Irfan Ali. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana to grow up in a land united and free with equality and blessed with prosperity. For too long we've been fighting one another. It's race against race, but in the end the country suffer. Oh, we were born here, not in India nor Africa. But if we can't get along, the foreigners gon' eat we suffer. We must put an end to racism. Let it end now with this generation. Together we'll develop this nation. Make Guyana the gem of the Caribbean. Don't listen to them wicked politicians who will divide us to win an election, believe it or not. Guyanese no smarter than that. Yeah, I told you, it's your boy Padmore. Unity is the key. We are all one and we should be treated as one. ancestors were slaves and laborers, but the life they endured made it better for us. We honor their sacrifice and the freedom they bought for we. But some descendants of slaves use that to fuel the rich. It doesn't matter what's your skin color, when we bleed blood it's red the same. Let's respect and love one another. When a brother cry we must feel the pain. We're Portuguese, African and Indian. We're Chinese mixed up, we're Amerindians. We're all Guyanese. Let's end this segregation. I'm appealing to Guyanese in the diaspora. We welcome you home. We've got a lot to offer. It's not the same place that you run away from. Come see the paradise Guyana has now become. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana to grow up in a land united and free with equality and blessed with prosperity. It's a message. I just want you to understand. Stop and think for a minute. Really think for a minute. If we can't fix the present, then we should work on the future.
This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I... This is
Nobody not selling out. We talking facts. Facts we dealing with. Nobody not selling out. We talking facts. I been to Guyana, man. I have to go back. The way how the country looking, man, they left me shocked. Who's ever in charge? Them putting we on the map. The men them look healthy. The girls them look hot. I went to a meeting. I don't know if chicken curry. Them Guyanese eating, man. The government walking. 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 This one's for them haters. For them haters who attacking Guyana. Show them your little finger. Little finger, show them your little finger. Little finger, show them the 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 little finger. The government walking. 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 Don't mix me with politics. I yes, not Guyanese critics. I just want the country fix. Man, I come for some kicks. Can leave the bumper fake. We call it a camera trick. And if you rest it to me, I still give it some licks. The government walking. 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 The government. This is for the hater. For the hater. This is for the hater. We're running down Guyana. For the hater. For the hater. Show them little finger. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them your little finger. Government walking. The 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 government walking. Now don't mix me. Don't mix me. Don't mix me. I don't do politics. Just get jacket, right? Get jacket. Walking. They're walking. Them walking. They're walking. Now I said them walking. A little mix me.
We're ready to go with Courdel Jones. You know it's gonna be real from 8 to 9. Bringing vibes you can feel.
News, and what's hot today will keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. The day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we've got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. To the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects, it's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, turn and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth, it's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly, Courdel Jones. Happy to be here with you on the 26th of November, 2024. Couple more days to the start of December, and definitely Guyanese are getting into that Christmas spirit. Christmas a really big thing down here for us in Guyana, even to those Guyanese who move further afield into the diaspora. Christmas is something that sticks with us, and we enjoy celebrating as Guyanese. So really looking forward to the Christmas season this year. We didn't really have much celebrations last year due to the incident in relation to the GDF operators that lost their lives. I noticed they had a remembrance service or ceremony for one of the GDF officers that lost their lives in that horrific accident. Right? So they celebrated the life of Captain Mike Charles, and that was very touching to see. I saw that His Excellency attended the event as well. I'm not sure if it was for specifically Mike Charles or all of the fallen, but I did notice several relatives of Mike Charles and other GDF officers there as well, while scrolling on Facebook. Right? Morning to all the persons across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to the persons in the diaspora as well. I see the Global Super League that's supposed to start tomorrow or today. I know they had an event last night, which His Excellency attended. That's nice that we have more cricket, which will bring more persons to the shores of Guyana to experience the Guyanese experience, and that can only augur well for the tourism sector, persons involved in transportation, the hospitality sector, the persons doing food, that kind of thing, the craft people. It's really great to know that we have an administration that's working along with other organizations and agencies to promote activities such as these, and bring them to the shores of Guyana, so that Guyanese can be a part of it, and Guyana as a country can benefit from the spin-offs from these sorts of activities. Right? Morning to the persons in the comment section. Vince Shnu Chintaman, good morning to you. Joan Abidjan joining us from Canada. Derek Drupal. Dial Sukram, special good morning to you, my brother. Rajendra Mahes, good morning to you. Reni Prasad. Urmela Gusai, Suknandan Bud, good morning to you. Shakila Bridgelal, good morning. Shakila, please call me after the program. I can't find your number in the phone for some reason. So come after the program, please. Also, I forgot to tell y'all, for some reason, I don't know, the Livewire phone disappeared. It's weird because I usually don't take it out the house. So I'm of the opinion that the battery died and I just can't find it in here and it's going to resurface. But I usually don't take the phone out the house. And even when I do, I hardly use it. Few people know I have two phones. But they had some variables added to the equation that I must consider as well. But I'm hoping that that's not the case. Anyway, so Shakila, give me a call on my regular number. And for persons who are interested in calling the program, you can call in on my personal number. I had changed that, 671-6228, if you want to share your views on any topics we're discussing, right? Bibi Kalichiran, morning to you. Maureen Razio, Jagnarain Edwards, morning to you. Special good morning to Pam and Trevor. I think you guys would have interred your deceased relative by now, and I continue to extend condolences to the two of you for your loss. right? Jean Cornelius, morning to you. Philip Diabru, Marisha Sami. Guys, Marisha here early this morning. Welcome, Marisha. Glad to have you here and not on the rebroadcast or the regular video. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Balwan Danraj. A morning to your mother-in-law as well if she's there watching with you too. Chris, morning to you. Miss Baba Otomo, good morning to you. Ayan Bipat joining us from Barbados. Good morning to you. Bisunat Mohan, morning to you. Prasad Pati from Kitty, morning to you. Cecil Ram Prasad, Ann Hill. Leslie Mongol, morning to you. Rahim Amarali, morning to you. Jamila Kayum. Deshaun Abrams, special good morning to you and the family. Zoe, Mr. Little, Mistress Little, and the little one, the little one. Good morning to you. Leslie Mongol, morning to you. Soma Bipat, Omar Sharif, Vishnu Narain. Miss Andrea Matthews, morning to you, joining us from the Workmanville area. Good morning to you. Leslie Mongol, Eunice Ragubir, enjoying her time in Houston, Texas. Morning to you. Morning to Rita. I think Rita's probably still in Canada. So, Rita, if you're joining us, good morning to you. Soma Bipat, morning to you. Sherman Siram, David Sobrian. Onika Pompey, morning to you. Guys, check out Onika Pompey's page, personal page, and keeping up with the life of Onika Pompey, right? And she'll give you updates on government initiatives that you can benefit from, and also she is working along with the councillors there at the Mayor and City Council. So if you're living in the capital city and you have an interest in what's going on in the capital city, that's somebody you should probably follow on Facebook or the other platforms that she's on, right? So check out Tonika Pompey there and stuff. Fong Roger, morning to you, and King Emperor. Shakira Bagwadin, morning to you. Jen Narain, morning to you. Sorry. Jenarain, not Jen Narain. Jenarain Narindra. Jenarain Narindra. Yeah. Annie Chan, morning to you. Norman Cease, morning to you. Andrew, morning to you, brother. Henry Jagdio, Joseph Satar, good morning. Faud Khan, Wazim Nabi. Mukesh Vishnu, morning to you and the family. Krishna Deodat, good morning to you. Rani Prasad, Dudnath Prasad, morning to you. Who else we got here? Sarah Mosley, morning to you. Who else we got here? Ronald Jones. You find out how much your contract is yet, man? Oh my God. Look. Yeah, I'm making you. Hey, trouble. Vishram Patrick, Prem Prashad, I'm Alima Ali. Morning to you. Thank you for joining in the live. I think it's the first time I'm seeing this name. Pushram Kishore, Lenny Lachman, Bibi Betty Chris, morning to you. Sally Jones, Kamish Jaikaran, good morning to you. Greg Hill, morning. Marlon Boyce, good morning. Christopher Prasad, Cesarine Samaru, morning to you. Okay, so 6 p.m. we're gonna have the first game, right? Raymond Sugdio, my brother, morning to you, brother. Narain Singh, Michael Danis, Mohammed Ishmael, morning to you. Anita Williams, Alfonso Diarmas, Councillor Alfonso Diarmas, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Keith Benjamin, Vishal Prasad, good morning to you. Lily Prasad, morning to you. Jasoda Sargent, and yeah, that is it. Donna Alfonso, morning to you. That's a new name. I haven't seen that name before. Right? Good. So, Sally Jones, big up yourself all the time, anywhere you are, and that kind of thing. So, guys, I want y'all to today check out Livewire News. There's an article there on biometrics and issues it caused in Albania, right? And when you think of a special shout out to Mr. Kani Blair on the live. Vishal, we're going on, champ. It's a long time I ain't hear from you. When you look at what the opposition has been calling for, their heavy lobby for biometrics, right? And there's a video as well that's there, right? And this is from a reputable news agency in Europe. Diane, morning to you as well. 671-6228, Diane, 671-6228, right? And this speaks volumes to me. When you remember and think about how the opposition operates when they perceive that they have been cheated out of something. You understand? When they don't agree with the outcome of the elections. You could imagine the GCOM implementing biometrics and run into glitches like these here. Right? Could you imagine the outcome? What would happen in the streets of Georgetown if they had a similar incident? We have issues with persons accepting our pen and paper system, which we could go back and recount. Now you want to implement a whole nother aspect into it that most likely the person who is lobbying for it would be the person crying the loudest that the system manipulated, or somebody come from some other country and manipulate the system, or something of the sort. You can imagine a PNC person like this lady here just now. A PNC person going to the biometrics unit here like this. Putting in the fingerprint or however it's supposed to work. And it not working. You know it's full plug out at the polling station. Let's be genuine here. Look how Guyanese operate if they go and don't find their name on the list. For some reason. Mind you, they had claims and objection period for you to check and make sure that your name is on the list where you're supposed to vote. You understand me? Could you imagine the uproar in this country of Guyana? More so in Region 4, where they might try and strip this again? So I'm glad that we have something to reference, us as Guyanese, right? And this country may be ahead of us in terms of development and access to information technology, and they got a problem. Much less here. So y'all check out that story on Livewire News, which gives you a detailed breakdown of what the issues are in relation to this biometrics problem that they had at the not 10 elections ago, the last election in Albania. Right? Now, still on GCOM, I want to jump to this guy here. And I'm not going to chalk it up to him alone. Probably he's reading a press statement. So it's most likely prepared by the party. But for some reason, the PNC continues to deem it necessary or find it necessary to disrespect or try to disrespect the chairman of GCOM, right? Mind you, I reiterate, the chairman of GCOM is a retired justice, well known in this country for her no-nonsense attitude towards the enforcement of the law. The appointment of this GCOM chair complied with the the provisions provided in the Constitution for appointing the GCOM chair. There has been no instance during the last elections where the GCOM chair operated in any way that gave the Guyanese population or political parties a feeling that she was trying to subvert the will of the Guyanese people. But yet, week after week, members of the PNC either go out in front of GCOM or at their press conference, continue to disrespect this woman. continue to disrespect this woman. And if you notice, it's kind of a trend in the PNC with how they treat women. So outside of the drunking episode, Gita get rough up. Outside of Gita, you had what's this lady's name again? The Amerindian lady. Oh boy, it's slipping me. Somebody help me. Hastings, Don Hastings, right? She get rough up. Look what they do to Amanza during the Congress. Rough up. You see how Amanza's gone back into, we can't say into her shell because she was always a vocal person. But no, Amanza is very quiet. You're hardly hearing from her. She ain't really in the front of anything. I don't know when last I saw Rysdale Ford. I have no idea when last I saw or heard from Rysdale Ford. So we know how they treat their own people. But I want y'all to listen to Ganesh here for a second for me, right?
Thank you very much. Questions for the GCOM chairperson, Claudette Singh. We are informed that GCOM chairperson Claudette Singh will be hosting a press conference this afternoon. The infrequency of such an event testifies to the low energy, the low interest, and the low competence of the GCOM chair in fulfilling her obligations to the Guyanese people of conducting elections that are free, efficient, and credible.
Could you imagine?
Justice Singh has shown little care for or awareness of her obligation.
Could you imagine a Ganesh Mahipal talking about Justice Claudette Singh in this manner? Now, Ganesh Mahipal bringing the integrity and competence of Justice Claudette Singh into question. Mr. Take the money from UG and give it back. Integrity, Ganesh, you. Competence, you're bringing into question the competence of the GCOM chair, former Justice retired Claudette Singh, coming from the PNC. Competence, know-how, competence, sir. You could believe that? No, Justice Claudette Singh has consistently demonstrated her professionalism, impartiality, and dedication to upholding democratic principles during her tenure as chair of GCOM. The allegations of low energy and low interest are baseless and fail to acknowledge her leadership during the challenging 2020 elections, where she upheld the Constitution amidst widespread attempts to undermine democracy by the APNU AFC coalition, which the PNC, Ganesh Mahipal, where he come from, is the chief cook and bottle washer in the bunch. Y'all remember how the chair had to send back Lowenfield to bring the right numbers? Don't bring what you think it is. You bring what they're on the. You bring what the count is. I think it was 2 or 3 times. Had to send him back and say, man, just bring the numbers that the recount give. Just bring the regular numbers. Just bring it normal. Meanwhile, you add nothing, take away nothing, just regular number. Just bring it. How many times? And Ganesh Mahipal calling the integrity of this woman here into question?
To ensure the public can trust her stewardship and the Elections Commission.
How are you ensuring the public could trust the stewardship of a PNC government? How? How? And that's the thing that the PNC has never done. Claim the elections rigged, in provide evidence that the elections rigged, fingered as the rigor of the elections, and never went back to the people and say, man, we sorry, we mess up. Give me another chance. Forgive we. So they continue with the baseless accusations that they normally make.
At her press conference, the GCOM chair must provide satisfactory answers, at minimum, to the following questions. 1. Why did she prevent GCOM from fully examining the verified evidence of voter impersonation submitted by the APNU AFC, which could have allowed the Commission to determine what measures are necessary to prevent a repetition of such breaches?
So first of all, that's the first question they put in. Now, let me just say from the onset, these allegations of vote impersonation, completely baseless. Now, despite what Ganesh is saying here, GCOM thoroughly addressed the claim of vote impersonation raised by the APNU AFC after the 2020 elections. These claims were debunked during the recount process, certified by international observers, and upheld in the Presidential Commission of Inquiry. So the PNC, APNU, AFC's insistence on revisiting disproven allegations is just a distraction and an attempt to undermine public's confidence in the electoral process. So sensible Guyanese have moved past that. But then we have some who are, I ain't gonna say they're not sensible, I'm saying they are blind loyalist supporters of this group. Right? You have to give them something to hold on to. Look, this list. We had this list of people who dared and vote and who been out the country and vote. I played video here of persons who apparently dared and vote that come out and said, look, I'm alive, look my ID card, look me, I voted, thing. No issue. The list, this list, that so-called list that come from the Commissioner of Police, why has this list never been made public? So that persons can scrutinize this list. You could test the integrity of the list. This list is like the PNC SOPs. Only they could view it and assess it. And their view and their assessment of the list and their SOPs is the only credible view and assessment around. So nobody needs to test it after that because the PNC look at it. The PNC look at their SOPs and said, we won the election. So GCOM SOPs in matter, PVP SOPs in matter, ANOG SOPs in matter, the observers SOPs in matter, nobody else own in matter. PNC, that's the only official SOPs. The list of persons who allegedly vote but was out of the country at the time of the vote, only they can hold it, only they can verify it. Right? That's the kind of methodology they're going on with.
2. Why did she vote against the proposal that GCOM should conduct an evaluation of its management of the March 2020 general and regional elections in line with standard organizational and administrative practices to correct any deficiencies and make improvements?
People, this was done. This was already addressed. Now, GCOM conducted a post-election review processing what happened at the 2020 elections to identify areas for improvement. This is evident in the current ongoing reforms happening there at GCOM now. This include and not limited to training of updated training for polling day staff. Because I was training polling day staff. They updated the training manuals. You understand? Along with technical enhancements as well. Now, the APNU AFC's PNC criticism of the GCOM evaluation process lacks credibility, given that their own representatives obstructed transparency during the 2020 elections. So, how is it that Ganesh Mahipal feels because he's a member of parliament and he has a mouth and his party is able to speak to the masses, that you could come and pretend like all these things weren't done? Stop lying, Ganesh.
3. Is she not concerned that her consistent voting in cahoots with the PPP commissioners would create the public perception that she is in the PPP's pocket? 4.
So, in relation to that, Justice Singh's decisions are guided by the law and principles of fairness, not by political alignment. Her voting record reflects commitment to upholding democratic values and ensuring credible elections. These claims by Ganesh and the PNCRAP and UAFC are of the chair being aligned to the PPP are completely unfounded. And basically there's an attempt to just deflect from their own failures during the 2020 elections. Now, you're trying to tell me that because your commissioners keep taking lines that don't align with the laws of Guyana and the Constitution of Guyana, so the commissioner, the chair of the commission can't support what they are putting forward, that means she align with the PPP. Y'all need to put forward things that are lawful and in line with the Constitution. And maybe she could support it. But if it was up to y'all, Justice Courdel Singh, retired, current chair of GCOM, would have used the fictitious numbers that Lowenfield gave her.
What has she done to foster public and stakeholder confidence in herself as chairperson? And
what have you done, Ganesh Mahipal? What have you done? What PNC do to foster confidence? The questions that they turn to ask this woman or to put to this woman
in GCOM. 5.
Now, listen to this. In relation to public trust, Justice Singh's leadership during the 2020 elections won widespread praise from civil society and international observers, including CARICOM, the OAS, the Commonwealth, for safeguarding Guyana's democracy against blatant attempts at electoral fraud. Right? Justice Singh played no role in what Myers, Lowenfield, Mingo are currently, and the IT banner and a couple out of them currently before the court for. No role whatsoever. The same man that providing the list of these people who allegedly out of the country and vote is the same man that Justice Courdel Singh called and said, "I frightened for my life. Oh God, they're banging down the door. I know what to do." And nobody in had time with her. Nobody in had time with that. Nobody in here. But these people trying to paint this lady as somebody who the public so hate. PNC supporters don't like her because she don't jump on board with your foolishness. Since I small, I hear it, I wouldn't even call her what I used to hear people calling her back in the day. Criminals used to dread going in front of this lady for certain things, or at all. You understand? Criminals used to dread going in front of this lady. Whether you're rich, you're poor, wherever it is, once you're a criminal, you didn't want to hear that you get justice clad. It's seen as the judge and you matter. Especially if you get found guilty. What? Trouble. Now, all of a sudden, after years of service in the judiciary, credible character in the judiciary, never get called for bribe or nothing of the sort. I don't know, but I've never heard of a decision that she would have made as a judge being overturned, or never heard of it. Probably it happened, I never heard of it. You understand me? And Ganesh talking about who public got trust in. The public trust Claudette Singh more than the PNC right now. Right? The public trust Claudette Singh more than the PNC right now. Because despite who they may get to infiltrate GCOM, they got confidence that the head of GCOM, the chairman of GCOM, won't allow those persons who may infiltrate GCOM to subvert the will of the Guyanese people for the PNC to get away with it. You understand me?
Does she understand why many in society have lost confidence in her and are calling for her to resign?
Who's the many? Who's the many? Dexter Ford and the 5 people he used to have, and then I talk. And there's the thing, I don't even get, I tell y'all sometimes it hurt me. Sometimes I don't even get the little props for my effort. I don't even get the little props for my effort. All the time was Dexter and 5, sometimes 4 people out there in the hot sun. The police ain't even used to send a whole team. Just used to send one police. They put up a couple barricade and thing. I talk, Dexter. I talk and get Bree to bring out everybody with you, sun or rain. And no thanks, nothing, Dexter. Dexter send me a thank you card, buy a lunch, nothing. Ungrateful. You understand? But it is ironic for the APNU AFC PNC crew to demand accountability from Justice Singh, when their own attempts to rig the 2020 elections caused a 5-month crisis that damaged Guyana's democratic reputation. Senior members of the coalition, including GCOM officials aligned with the APNU AFC PNC team, currently in front of the courts right now for their role in trying to subvert the will of the Guyanese people. And Ganesh here on Justice Singh case, you really ain't got nothing to do, partner.
The GCOM chair has been hiding from the public for too long.
We believe it reflects her inadequacy and unsuitability for the job.
No, is he expecting the GCOM chair to run out like the PNC every week talking a bunch of stupidness that it makes sense? Huh? Is that what Ganesh expecting? So for her to have a weekly press conference like the PNC talking bare stupidness? GCOM just get press conference as necessary. During elections, you just get non-ending GCOM press conference. Election cycle. Once it's election, all like next year, you ain't gonna hear the end of GCOM. You ain't gonna hear the end of it. Right? So this is not a political party, Mr. Mahipal. Whatever recommendations they get from observers or whichever body, wherever it is, GCOM implementing internally. This is not a puppet show like the PNC for the Guyanese people. What are you doing? What are you doing? You vexed because the GCOM got a press conference every week talking stupidness? Oh, Lord.
Trust of the nation, she should go and be replaced by someone
who is high energy, competent, mission oriented, and skilled in consensus building.
No, imagine. This is Ganesh Mahipal from the PNC talking about replacing Justice Claudette Singh with a high energy person and a competent person. Right? Y'all remember the high energy chairman and the Guyana Elections Commission that had before Justice Claudette Singh? High energy Justice Patterson. Weekly press conference Justice Patterson. Fit and proper Justice Patterson. You see what's trying to show y'all in terms of the hypocrisy of these people? They had a man that was not appointed properly. Basically, illegal in the office, doing your own thing. They had no issue with this man that they installed not following the process, and this man was supporting everything that the PNC been doing. Legal, illegal, dinky. We doing it. No, it's not a case where Justice Claudette Singh now supporting everything the PVP doing. Justice Claudette Singh sticking to what the law said. Right? The law said we could do so in this box. And that's what she's sticking to. Now, if the PVP commissioners, in relation to their submissions, are confining their submissions to what GCOM can do within the law, we expect you to do. We expect you to do. Danny Rambishram, morning to you, champ. Right? What do you expect her to do? So, okay, let me say I had 10 votes for the year. And out of the 10 votes, right? So far, no, wait. So, Justice Claudette Singh, 10 votes of the year. Right? And we currently, like we said, we're on the 6th vote. And for the 6 votes, she vote PVP based on merit. Well, not PVP, but vote in line with the PVP commissioners. Right? They're trying to say that if they submit something, that is it, within confines of the law, that GCOM is able to do within confines of the law, that Justice Claudette Singh is supported. Madness. If it is that, if that's the case, let Vincent Alexander give us an example. Nobody want to hear about biometrics. Nobody want to hear about biometrics. Right? We want to hear about biometrics. Give us an example of a PNC submission to the commission in relation to the elections. You're a PNC commissioner. Give an example of an idea or something you have submitted to the commission and was voted down. That was bipartisan. That would have benefited all Guyanese, and it's not just a smoke and mirrors for the PNC. Give us an example so we could know, and we can make it our assessment of Justice Claudette Singh. Right, Ganesh or Dr. Vincent Alexander? Y'all from the same place, right? So the PNC bringing Justice Claudette Singh's leadership into question totally does not take into account all the reforms and improvements happening at GCOM under her tenure. Now, under Justice Singh's leadership, GCOM has undertaken reforms to strengthen its electoral processes, including better technology integration, expanded voter education campaigns, and enhanced staff training. These actions demonstrate GCOM's commitment to continued improvement and building public confidence in its operations. Now, you know why they have to do that, Ganesh? Because of persons closely aligned with your party. Lowenfield, Mingo, Myers. LMM. The LMM. Bring GCOM into almost total disrepute with the Guyanese people. All the time, Lowenfield walking good under Suraj Bali. Dr. Suraj Bali. You understand me? Then me by catch a symptoms. I don't know what happened to he. You understand? So at the end of the day, the PNCRs, APNU, and I dare say the AFC, because they outside of the protest too. How they out there for biometrics, but the protest calling for the resignation of this lady. And Nigel Hughes himself know this lady and do nothing as a lawyer. He know about the integrity of Justice Claudette Singh. He knows. So, as far as I'm concerned, the opposition's criticism of Justice Singh is a diversion from their inability to present credible policies or engage constructively with Guyana's ongoing democratic and economic development. Rather than undermining GCOM and its leadership, the opposition should focus on rebuilding the trust with the electorate, the people y'all fool, the people y'all lie to, the people y'all claim all sorts of things happened 2020 and couldn't prove any of it. The people that literally see the rigging attempt unfolding before the eyes on many lives that were going on at the time. The mere fact that there's so much video evidence of what went on and these people still holding out. If it was me, I would have disbanded the PNC and form another party under a different name. Literally, what these people did is reinforce what Guyanese my age and younger only hear about. They give us an experience. They gave us the experience. We only heard about Bornholm and the rigging and what used to go on. Right? We never experienced it. We could only talk about what people say. But the AP and UPNC say you know something. We want y'all talk. We want y'all know and understand what it is. We want y'all feel it. We want y'all to feel it. And that's what happened. We felt it. Right? So at the end of it all, Justice Claudette Singh's leadership has been a cornerstone of Guyana's democratic resilience. The PNCR, AP, and UAFC's criticisms are politically driven and aim to obscure their own track record of attempting to undermine electoral integrity. GCOM's reforms under Justice Singh ensures that future elections will remain free, fair, and credible in line with the Constitution and international standards. And that is what the Guyanese people care about. Nobody cares about how Ganesh or the team at the PNC feel. Guyanese want to know that when they make a choice, whatever the choice is, even if the choice is not PPP, whatever the choice is, GCOM can deliver on that choice. Nobody in GCOM must try to force any political party on the Guyanese people. Sorry, Gita. You got to make another cup of tea. Sorry. Right? So, again, PNC, the public does not have trust in you. Being the administration just out of office, all the shenanigans during the office, all the misinformation during the elections, all the foolishness after the elections. Imagine they don't even care about the Guyanese people enough to reshuffle some of these guys around, like get rid of some of them. You understand? Or like Valda's supposed to be in the background somewhere, you know. Jobs PNC people only. If you had heard somebody from the PPP said that, crucifixion, castration, probably even scalping. If you had heard somebody from the PPP say that. Mind you, when you hear about friends, family, and favorites, it is usually from the PNC putting this over on the PPP. But there's documented evidence of PNC people saying, this is how we operate in. We looking out for we people only. Right? People like David Patterson should back of the bus. Even if they could put a seat on the outside of the bus back door, that's where David Patterson should be. Given all that has been levied against him, we in court after in opposition, pissing incidents and all kind of thing. Right? Back seat. You see the catch George Norton drunk the other day on the road or something, get an accident. Former Minister, Health, former Minister, Culture, Youth and Sport. One news story, out of the scene, gone. Take a back seat. He know he do stupidness with the drug ban and Culture, Youth and Sport. Mess up President Youth Award. I'm talking about it. I'm wearing the jersey. Mess up President Youth Award. It can't even catch itself yet. Still, President Youth Award struggling. Can't catch itself yet. That's how bad they mess it up. You understand? So, he take a back seat. He ain't fight up. He hold a car now. That's what some of them should do. Ganesh Mahipa should hold a car now. What he do at UG, complete waste as regional information officer in Region 3. Ganesh can't tell you nothing that he do as regional information officer for the betterment of the populace of Region 3. Nothing. And they calling people, especially people like retired Justice Singh, character and record into question. Ganesh, you could never, well, you could probably study towards it now. It can take you a while. But how you could equate yourself with the retired justice? Dexter Ford, who's they calling this lady name in front of GCOM, all kind of thing, rigging Claudette, thieving Claudette, all kind of thing. Dexter Ford, who I know for sure could never rise to the heights of the retired justice. Never. And got the testicular fortitude to turn and disrespect this woman like this. Right? It's unfathomable. Or as the former director of youth, Miss Melissa Carmichael would say, it's unfathomable. Look, y'all is trouble. Sorry, Melissa. I shouldn't trouble you. Trouble. Anyway, people, I wanted to share these things with y'all this morning so that you can understand clearly the PNC's view of the chair and how baseless the accusations and the requests that they continue to make of GCOM are. It's a sad situation. The sad part about it is, I won't say sad, but the funny part about it is, have we ever as a country had an effective opposition other than when the PPP in opposition? I mean, Think about it. What's the role of the opposition? Keep the government accountable. They said they're going to do this, ensure that they do this. Or you find government corruption, expose it so that they could fix it. But does do that? Have we ever seen an effective opposition other than the one we had in 2015 to 2020? So these people can't work in government. They can't do the work in opposition. They ain't paying the rates and taxes as a party. So they ain't even doing the work as a political party. They had money to host Congress the other day. So what's it we really doing with the PNC? What's the purpose? Other than to oppose aimlessly. Y'all remember those Thursday press conferences when Dr. Jagdeo was opposition leader? Y'all remember when this man come at this press conference and say, ABCD do so. I'm going to leave this with the media, and he pull up the paper with the information, everything, bap, thing. You understand? And you got to look at some of these things from the point of view of a lot of these people didn't get arrested because whilst the deals may have been favorable to the people who get in them, it's not completely illegal. So y'all remember they had a thing where James Bond was involved in some land that sold to some people somewhere or whatever it was, and it was in court or whatever it is. Now, the land may be sold at a lower cost, but the transaction wasn't illegal because it gets sanctioned by the then government. You understand? So that is why a lot of these deals that happened during the coalition period, them people who jump people in the line and get house and thing, and you understand? It's not much the government could do about it. Whilst the deal was at a giveaway price, it wasn't an illegal or how to put it. Whilst the state didn't get the real value for the property or whatever was sold or leased or whatever it is, right? The transaction was a government transaction. So technically, it wasn't an illegal transaction. It may be unfair, but not illegal. And that's what saved enough for them. That is what saved enough for them. And that's what people got to understand. It's not that these people ain't do nothing and the government ain't trying to prosecute them. It's just that it's a loophole that they get away with. They're the government at the time they sanctioned the transaction. What's this here, Sally? Hold a second, guys. Oh. Oh, Lord. Look, the disrespect to this woman. Look. Anyway, I get the video, Sally. Anyway, guys, listen. I'm out of here. Y'all have a productive Tuesday. Don't forget tomorrow to tune in to Behind the Agenda tomorrow evening with myself and Joel Bagwithin, where we get into topics surrounding Guyana's development and where we're going in relation to that. And Joel breaks down government policies and plans to give us a better understanding of what the government is doing and the thinking behind some of these initiatives by the administration. So do ensure you guys tune into that tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. I'll be here tomorrow at 8 a.m. with you for another episode of Livewire. Thank you guys for the continued support. Everybody in the comment section, morning to you. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. To the persons looking at this a little later in the day, y'all have a wonderful day as well. If you're looking at this anytime after 9 a.m., it's not live, people. It's not live. Some people's calling me 2 o'clock in the day thinking we live. Come on, man. So y'all take care. Y'all have a good day. Be good Guyanese, no matter where you are. Don't take setup from people like the AP and UAFC. Right? Don't take setup. Most of the time, they're just doing these things to leave you in the pressure. To leave you in the pressure. Even if they say that this government is corrupt, if this is what a corrupt government does, after thieving the money, according to them, after thieving all the money, if this is what corrupt governments do, all the infrastructure, the schools, the hospitals, stuff for the police, stuff for the GDF, fire service, new prison, scholarship for everybody, cash grant, because we care, increase pension, dialysis money, grow program, win program, bid program, apprenticeship program, stuff for the indigenous people. If this is what corruption is, let it be corrupt, man. According to y'all, let it be corrupt. If that's what it is, if that's what corruption bring in, no problem. But as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.